while ago about putting together a design portfolio, and today I want to talk to you about why I think having a website could be really useful for people in other careers as well. This video is in collaboration with Wix, which is a service that allows you to create free websites, and I got the idea for it when they got in touch with me about sponsoring a video on my channel, and I took a look at their site, and there's a line on it that says, "We believe everyone deserves to have their own stunning website." And that got me thinking that not only does everyone deserve to have their own website, but it could be really helpful for your career as well. Even if your career isn't one like design where a website is expected of you. These days your online presence is super important, and you have to realise that your employer may Google you just to see what information is out there about you, and wouldn't it be best if what comes up is a site that you've created with the information that you want to give them, rather than like your blog from when you're a teenager or something your friend has tagged you in or something like that. As snooty as it is to say, your personal brand is really important, and I think that everyone should have a website that they can use as like a hub for their online presence, with all their social media connected, a blurb about yourself, that sort of thing, and maybe treat it as like an online business card or resume. You could also use it as the place to keep links to any projects you've done, and I'm trying to keep this really general, but say for example you're a writer and you don't have a blog yourself but you've contributed writing to other websites. Having links to them on your website could be a great place to keep all the information together, and as a little point for anyone looking at it to go and find work that you've done. I asked on Twitter what professions you guys are in or going into once you finish studying, so that I could give you a few more examples of how a website could be helpful. Rebecca said that she is a preschool teacher, so for her I could imagine a website with a nice big picture of her, possibly in a classroom, a little blurb about herself and her work experience, and possibly even some testimonials from the parents of the kids in her class talking about her awesome teaching abilities. Nat is a swimming and Zumba instructor, and for her I could imagine a site with lots of action photos. Again, some testimonials from people in her classes could be cool, and it would be really great to use the site as a base for all the information on where she's teaching and when. Basically, having your own website is just going to make you look super professional, and it might even give you the upper hand on other people who are applying for the same job as you. Just treat it as your home base and think about what sort of information you'd like a potential employer to know about you, and that's what you should put on there. Even if your profession isn't one that really lends itself to having anything more than an online resume, I think that's still really useful to have. The thing that's often a barrier for people when it comes to creating their own site is not knowing how to code it or design it, and I think that too often people don't try because of that, because they think that it just won't be good enough no matter what they do. You should check out Wix because it's a free service, and their goal is to make it really easy for you to get a website up and running. There's lots of templates to choose from, and they're all really easy to customize, so you don't actually need to know anything about building a site to be able to use it. There's lots of options to show portfolio type work, maybe if you're in the creative industries that could be really useful, or just to have a one-pager about yourself. Like I mentioned in my blog design advice video, I think with templates it's best to stick with a plain one and customize it using your own colours and imagery. There's loads of editing options on Wix, but I would advise that just because you can edit everything a lot, it doesn't mean you should. The templates are pretty robust, so you shouldn't need to make more than a few tweaks to get something that you're really happy with. It's really easy to find templates based on the type of site you want to make, but don't feel like you have to stick to that. For example, I think that this web design portfolio theme really lends itself to nice big images and text, even if you're not showing off web designs. And this interior design portfolio has a really nice clean basic layout to start with. I've made this site for my sister using that theme as an example of something really simple you could do to tell people about who you are and what you do. And there's a link in the description box if you feel like checking that site out for yourself. It's really common in the creative industries to have a website to talk about yourself and show your work, but outside of that industry I don't think it's that common, and I think it should be a thing. I think everyone should have their own little space online, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. What do you think about having a website? What profession are you in, and how do you think a website could suit that? Leave them down below in the comments and we can have a chat about it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you'd like to hear more from me, and I'll see you next week. Bye!